Welcome back, YouTube. I'm gonna be going over a request today on my vocal preset, my vocal mix that I've got going on. Somebody commented they wanted a more in-depth tutorial on my mix, which I'm gonna be sharing the sauce with y'all because I do not really care to gatekeep this. It is gonna be quite a bit because I got quite a bit going on. Let me just preview so you guys can hear exactly what the mix is sounding like.
Nice to meet you. I ain't know my name, I just Transylvania. I'm sleeping with sleep right next to the Reaper, next to the Reaper. Nice to meet you, nice to meet you, nice to meet you.
It's a little weird. I have 1, 2, 3 tracks that are kind of running the main vocal plugins, and then I have a separate delay bus and reverb bus. So 5 tracks all for the top main vocal, which I'm gonna go into right now. And this vocal chain is meant to be used with layers to add, which I will also go over. But starting off, this is my recording track and I only have auto-tune on it because I want it to go through auto-tune first, of course. And then I have that routed to this next track. Let's go over what I got here. I got a fruity limiter. All right, it's pretty basic. Honestly, I just brought this limiter over from a preset because it worked really well. You guys can see what I got here. It just worked really well. I low-key don't even know too much about what it's doing, but it just sounds good to me. This Pro Q3. Its purpose is dynamic EQ, which I'll get into later. You don't need this in the chain at all. That's purely for when I sidechain. As you see, I have this sidechain to the beat with another Pro Q3. Those go together and I use that to create dynamic EQ, so I duck the beat only when the vocal hits in certain spots. And my next plugin is a de-esser, which is really aggressive right now. And the reason I have mine aggressive, the way I have it for some reason, it makes my S's really pop out a lot. Like it's almost like they're stacking. So you guys probably might not need to do this, but I just had that problem on mine, so that's why I have mine like that. Next plugin is going to be EQ. These are usually a bit higher up here. The reason I brought mine down is, again, the S's were very harsh in this song specifically, so I just brought that region down a lot more than I usually do. And then the next plugin is another EQ, kind of just trying to get rid of the sub frequencies, bass-ish, you know, boost the mids and highs, try to get that vocal clarity going. And then I have an 1176 and LA2A combination, literally industry standard. I'm not the best person to speak on this. I kind of just took what I saw in a video and I copied it, and it just sounded good to me, so I stuck with it. Yeah, you guys can pause, look at that, and then obviously you can always mess around with the knobs and hear the difference. Right after that, I got sausage fattener. I mean, I feel like people don't usually use this on vocals, maybe not, but I really like the way it sounded, so I put a lot of color, a little bit of fatness, you know, just saturation. And I also have a sound gradizer on mode C that turns up the vocals even more, and then I have a little bit of flang just on here, which I usually actually don't put on my chain. I just did this time specifically because I was like, I like the sound of that. Turned it down here a bit. Pretty sure this is like some stock setting. I don't remember exactly. So that's the main chain with all the heavy vocal effects. And then the third is the send track, which you don't really need, but you guys can create this too, just so you have an easy layout to follow and you don't get confused, but you don't need this track. What I do on this is this is where I add my extra effects if I want to, but most of the times there are extra effects that I will automate because I only want them to affect specific regions and parts of the song. As you can tell, they're all like turned down or turned off. They're all like automated. If I go right here, for example, you'll see this kind of move. Basically from there, I have the buses. Depending on if you make this third track or not, whichever is your last mixer slot in the chain, you want to take that, keep it routed to the master, but also route it to this delay and reverb individually. Because what we're going to do in here is, it's called sidechain delay and reverb. I believe I have a video that goes more in depth about that. So if you guys want, you can go check out that other video. I basically just put an EQ I don't remember why I made the EQ like that on the delay, but I guess I just did. I also have a de-essers. For whatever reason, my setup, de-essing the delay and reverb made the main vocals less harsh. I don't know why, it just did. And obviously delay, and I used a limiter for the sidechain. Like I said, go check out the other video if you want a better understanding of it. Basically, this is what the main vocal will sound like.
Nice to meet ya. Biting on my neck like this Transylvania. Mausoleum where you sleep right next to the reaper, next to the reaper. Nice to meet ya. Nice to meet nice to meet ya.
Nothing too crazy. I guess it looks kind of crazy. But then let's get into the layers that I do, which is a hard left and right pan. Not all the way, but pretty hard left and right pan. This is what it's gonna sound like. I also don't always say it the same. Sometimes I'll like sing it in different pitch and tone.
Nice to meet ya. Biting on my neck like it's Transylvania. Mausoleum where you sleep right next to the reaper.
Different tones going on right there. And this one I keep it a little more simple. I forgot to mention this convolver I always have as well. It's a reverse convolver, which I also made a video on that. Now let's get into the side. It's basically almost the exact same as the main vocals. For the most part it is, and then I send them off to a side bus where I add a bit of delay and reverb. That's literally it for that, and then the left and right just gives a more stereo feel. That's really it for the main vocal chain. Obviously I have all these other stuff, ad-libs, different type of sounds, layers, stuff, which I'm not gonna get into today because I just want to show you guys the main vocals. If you guys like this, if you're gonna try it out and you like it, it sounds good with your voice, let me know how it goes in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all later.